Right, so let's talk about the videos you sent first. So rhythm sounded pretty good with the chord strumming thing. There's one thing still haven't done yet, and that's counting out loud as you play. So, and I remember that's why we stuck with the easier chords last time, so you could get in the habit of counting out loud as you play, so and not have it be too difficult there. So I don't know if you practiced that before doing the video, but you know, it wasn't there in the video. I didn't hear it, so that's why I'm leaving a note at the top of this guy. Count the rhythm out loud as you play during the slower speeds. So, you know, bare minimum, fantastic skill to have to be able to count as you go at like the slower speeds. So, you know, at 60 beats a minute, you're definitely capable of counting these things. When you start getting past 120, it can become pretty difficult, especially when we start working with 16th notes and the rhythm stuff gets much more complicated. It's very challenging to actually be able to say a count, you know, past 100 beats a minute on a lot of these things. So sometimes I'll just like do like a rhythmic thing, you know, just like for example, what's up on the screen now. Instead of, if it's going really fast, instead of going like one and three, or one and four, I might just go like da 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 da, something like that. He's like da 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 da, something like that. So say da 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 a lot. But again, that's just for like the really fast stuff. If I need extra help in staying in time with things, and I've been, even though I've been playing for a little over 20 years now, you know, I'll still do stuff like that because again, like, if you can't say it, you can't play it. And this is very true when it comes to the really difficult stuff. So when you come across something that you're having trouble strumming, you know, having the skill to be able to count out what it is you're supposed to play is going to allow you to play it. So yeah, you know, you can definitely get away with a lot of stuff, you know, because you are skilled and be able to just like strum your way through stuff and get it right. But you know, I want to make sure that you're set up for success when it comes to the more challenging things. So I don't think these chords are too crazy. Maybe not something that's done in metal too often, or at least two of the chords. Chord names cut off there a little bit. Okay. So we got a inversion of a C chord here, and then just a G major triad straight ahead, just the 1, 3, and 5 there. So I like doing stuff like this in metal progressions to add a little bit more color, and instead of just doing straight power chords the whole time. So I'm going to count this first, and I'm still skipping ahead through a lot of stuff I would normally give people. I think, especially with like, you had it real well with the 180, like the 60 and the 180. That is one thing I want to mention. At the very end of the 180 speed, so you had the last part of it, you had the 3, 4, and done. It's like dut 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 dut. That's how the rhythm's supposed to go, like a dut 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 dut. So the first time through, I believe it was fine. When you went to the end, though, instead of going 3, 4, and 1, it was more like 3, 4, 1. It's like da 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 done. So you swung the fourth beat between basically you spaced the downbeat. Spaced the upbeat of the fourth beat too far out, so it sounded more like a da 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 da, more like a blues shuffle kind of thing. So again, it needed to be, and you did it right the first time through the 3, 4, and 1. But on the last time you went 3, 4, 1. So I hope you can hear the difference there. So I mean, I believe you can definitely play it, but just wanted to point that out so you're aware of things like that. And becoming aware of things like that is going to help set you apart from a lot of people, and you know, just make you a better player all around. So yeah, being able to catch things like that is important. All right, so I'm going to have the metronome go at 60, and I'm just going to count this first before I play along with it. So we got 1 and 4, 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 1 and and 4. 1, 2, and 2, 3, and 3, 4, and done. So getting more and more towards nothing but upstrokes here. So if any of the rhythms are really funky for you, just sing a loud bar and just repeat that until it gets comfortable. But, here we go with chord strumming now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 2. 3 and 3, 4 and 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and done. I'm gonna go to 100 beats a minute next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 1. All right, now I'm going to go to 140. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 180. So let's still have you go to 180 for this stuff. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like that 140, 180, much easier. Just do like that, saying the does. Or say whatever sound works for you. It helps me stay in time a lot. Okay, on to second thing to work on. So, when I do single note stuff, I'm not as concerned with saying the rhythm as I play. This is something I might opt for just doing the does, you know, the da 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 da, or da 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 da, because there's a lot more to think about. But let's say you come across something like this, got a lot of rhythm changes in the lead line, and you want to know what it is, and it's too difficult. Some things, I'm just not this, but just as an example, you come across something and it's too difficult for you to actually just be able to see it and play it straight through because the rhythm is just changing all over the place, and you're like, what the heck is this? So that's, you know, when you take the being able to say it, you got to be able to say it, you know, figure out what the rhythm is, and be able to say what the rhythm is, and you kind of internalize that, and you just say it over and over again, like maybe just a bar at a time, and you get used to what that first bar is. And then, you know, maybe just do some string rake kind of strumming type stuff, so this way not only are you saying it, but then you get in the habit of actually strumming something while you're saying it, even if it's like a single note thing, like maybe just, you know, if you're doing a solo and that's what the rhythm is, the rhythm is for the solo, and you're trying to figure out what it is, you can just like stay on the one note and just kind of get used to that. I mean, whatever the rhythm would be. And then once you feel like you really got that rhythm, then you can start trying to apply it to the rest of, you know, having all the note changes and whatnot. So, you know, it's like taking those little steps to have your brain ready to handle weird rhythms or complicated rhythms. So this way, you know, you start off, you know, you get what the rhythm is, you're able to say what the rhythm is, and then you apply it to the notes, and then, you know, you start working it up, you know, with your metronome and get it faster and faster and faster until you reach the speed that you're aiming for. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. Happy to clarify stuff. Alright, so here we go at 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, finger in there. Basically, index finger starts each bar. And that's the first, the note for the first bar, and then you move it down, move your index finger down, move your index finger down again, and one more time. And then quick jump up there. So as you're going faster, that jump might be a little bit tricky. Alright, let's go to 100 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3, I'd like you to do another speed deal with this. So work it up from 60 and go as fast as you can. So we're back in just your 4/4 time signature, so all eighth notes here. And one thing that trips people up with legato is when you're playing eighth notes or even 16th notes and you're not having like an evenly spaced amount of notes for each downbeat. What I mean by that is like, well, basically like right here, you see that you have all hammer-ons and pull-offs for those 5 notes, and then your next time you pick is going to be on the upbeat there. So sometimes I can throw people off. So I just want to make sure that you're able to like evenly space this stuff out before we get more rhythmic with the legato. So was it? You definitely fixed the middle finger, or whatever, the middle note finger from popping up there on the video that you sent last night. So very good there, very good. So keep that up. So this is kind of taking it a little bit further, so you're not having that pick note again. What I mean by that, so you're not doing this and then picking again, so it's just one continuous motion. So it's basically what you worked on this past week, you're taking that here and you're applying it here, so you got your fingers going down and then you start pulling off. So the thing to avoid is doing something like this. So I think the index finger for you stayed down. It was just that middle note finger. So that's what we want to avoid. Don't let that happen. So by the time you get to the 15th fret, or whatever the third note is in a row for any of these bars, you just gotta have those all 3 fingers down. This way you're ready for those pull-offs. So yeah, if you get, well, whatever the top speed you get to, you know, definitely do the video for that. I do want to hear it at 60 as well, just to make sure the slow speed sounds really good. But if you get to 240, fantastic. You're definitely ready to do some more stuff with legato. But yeah, if you get to 240, send a video of that, because I'll say that no real need to go faster with eighth notes past 240. But anyway, let's. I'm gonna do some demos with this then, and I'm gonna go to 240. But let's start with 60. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta have a resolve note there. It just sounds right. Alright, 100 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll go to 200. 1, 2, 1. And also, before I go here, about this point, I'll probably start just tapping my foot every other click, because it gets pretty difficult to start, tapping 200 beats a minute plus and can do it for a long period of time. So, feel comfortable with that. You do that. You just tap on like the 1s and the 3s at this point, but still keep the foot going to some degree here. So this way, you're still following the click with your foot and lining up the fingers and all that. And that's something I personally have been lazy with in the past, is when things go really fast, I'll stop tapping my foot. And I really shouldn't do that, because I know if I'm tapping my foot, even at the really fast stuff, I am more accurate. So build the habit now. Keep the foot going, even if you're only tapping every other beat, when you can't keep up with the tempo anymore. So if like I said, 60 beats a minute, tap every beat. That's definitely doable. Don't tap every other beat at the slow speeds. I'm talking about when it gets to the really fast stuff. Alright, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like at this pace, like one of the big challenges is really making sure you're not rushing anything and you're staying really in time. You're staying really within that rhythm. That's one of the challenges with legato. Staying laid back and not rushing these things. Very, very tough. Alright, 220 beats a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And last 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that covers all the new stuff and some notes on the old. So, yeah, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Remember, gotta get in that habit, a good habit, develop the good skill of counting out loud as you go. I just want to make sure that you're, very prepared for difficult things that will happen. We'll be doing some more challenging. Definitely going to get more challenging stuff. 16th note stuff gets a bit tricky at points. Triplets can be really weird. Triplets throw throw a wrench in the works there, because splitting up the beat into 3 parts, the strumming, like the way I've gone about it, gets changed up a bit. Anyway, we will get to that eventually, but I think, so far you're going along fast with this stuff. So I'd imagine we're going to be getting the 16th notes pretty soon here, maybe within 1 more month, the way things are going. I can see that happening. So, getting you there. And, yeah, so right now, yeah, we're just kind of like polishing up, the little shaky stuff in the 8th notes department, and just making sure that, get the foundation with the 8th notes as good as we can before we're going on the 16th. But you'll be there very soon. Okay. Again, let me know if you got any questions, and I will plan on seeing you Friday.